Alright, hey YouTube. Hey guys, I've been doing a lot of homemades recently, and I have been browsing YouTube, and I've seen a lot of cool mods, and a lot of different types of mods, and I've been looking around. Also I've been playing, now that homework's toned down a little bit right before break, because tomorrow's my last day of school, this being Thursday, Friday, last day of school before my week off. So I've been, not as much homework, so I've been playing a little Xbox, doing, look on YouTube a lot, and I've seen it's popular. A lot of people have been trying to make a Nerf ballistics knife, and in truth, FPS Rush has said it, people have said it. Nerf ballistics knife in actuality is not very practical of a weapon. It's very cool to use in Call of Duty Black Ops, if any of you have played that, or any other game. I don't think they're featured in any other. They might be in Team Fortress, but they're probably, I mean, I would assume they're not. I don't know what would make me think that, but anyway, so I actually had put one together. I had a lot of spare parts, and you're probably looking at this and saying, well, what is this? Well, right here, this is just a soft tip, bright red tip that I put on this. This had been ripped off from an arrow from a monkey business crossbow. Unlike actually other people's ballistics knife that just pop out a little bit, this has a little bit of power to it. The way it breaks down to two parts. This here is the this is the body for it, and contains the spring and the launching mechanism. It also has a catch, so you can run around with it, and run around and, I guess, stab people and whatnot, although you probably shouldn't stab in Nerf, and just hit people with the front end of it, and then while someone catches you from a distance, you can pop out and shoot them with it. But unlike other ones, you don't need to just pull this back and let go and then only get one shot. You do get, the spring is fixed in there, so you do get multiple shots if you want to make multiple blades. So that's cool. So this is 1 inch PVC. It is cut to, I believe, 4 inches long. I have another one of these, all the parts for another one of these, and springs and such. So if you guys really want to see a write-up, please post in the description below. As of now, I'm not planning on making a write-up. But if you guys can somehow get together comments, a lot of comments, I get a lot of PMs and comments, you guys want these ballistics knives, then I will make a write-up, and I may consider making these for commissions, because I mean, they're not very expensive to make, and I could probably sell them to you guys for cheap, although I do not recommend actually using them, because they can hurt. Alright, so the inside, it's designed around, so the back, I have I believe this is a 1/2 inch PVC elbow, or 1/2 inch PVC elbow that's been sanded around the outside, just a little bit, just on the edge, so I can hammer it in, and then cut down, so the spring rests on there, but this back guidance CPVC rod can fit through a little bit, if you can see there. On the inside, it's designed around any spring that would work in a night finder, or any length of spring that would work in a night finder. So I believe that applies to obviously night finder spring, any cut down K26 length spring, and these are I'm using the 24.5 pound Home Depot load spring, and then I'm sure an Ace 49, if you stretched it or cut it or whatever, that would work too. So it has 2 modes of firing, and you obviously could stab, but if you can see this groove I cut here, this was cut with a drill and then partially with a Dremel. You can, you take the blade or the knife part or whatever, put this on just for safety, and you take this and you stick it into the, let's just come off for a second, you stick it in and you push it in and you twist, and it's ready to fire, and then you can run around and stab people all you want, whatever, and then when you're ready to fire, you can take this with your thumb, and you push this that way, and the thing will shoot, which is, I gotta grab that, but, it's kinda cool. It gets around 15 to 20 foot ranges. It's not weighted perfectly. If I end up making a second one, I will weight it differently, so it doesn't, this thing ends up flopping around a little bit in the air, but it does get pretty good ranges because of the spring. I would recommend, though, if you follow the write-up, if I end up making that, comments, if I end up making that, I would actually recommend using a night finder spring, because this can be a little difficult to gog. You can also, if you see in the back, the back gets pushed out, and it makes it a little longer when it's cocked, or primed, I should say, because of the fact that you don't actually need this CPVC on the inside. The way it works is the CPVC guides the bar around, or in and around the spring, so it keeps going straight. But this is like 6 inches or 7 inches of CPVC, hammered around 3 inches of 1/2 inch PVC. So it's slightly smaller and it's hammered in, and then this is just a standard nail or bolt, and then it's hole is drilled through it, and then it's drilled through both sides so it can catch. Now there are two levels of firing in this. This first one, it's on both sides. You twist it down, and it is less power, but it's much easier to prime. You can also still have the tip connected when it's on here, so it's just more less power, but better rate of fire, I guess. Much easier to cock, and it also has, it's just much easier to prime. There's also a second layer below. If I can get it in, you actually need to, with this design, you actually need to pull on the back to get in there, but I don't actually end up using that one just because it's too hard to cock, and it's really, I mean, it's a little too dangerous with this. If you're going to make something like this, I do not recommend using it indoors. I put some scuffs on the walls in my house. I didn't just say that, but you could theoretically chip up the paint on a wall inside your house with this thing. So I'd be very careful. Get very careful with this, and I absolutely need to use an orange tip, not an orange tip, but some form of soft tip. It's a tennis ball or Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer nose. Or this is the tip ripped off of an arrow from the Monkey Business crossbow. But you do need some form of soft tip, and definitely wide enough so that this bolt won't hit you first, because that can really mess up your face. I guess, not that you'd be aiming at someone though. And again, if you were to, I still have a few improvements for this, but if you're going to be using this in an actual battle, like have one of these in a pistol and use like a tack knife, and then a ballistics knife, so you'd be like double tacti-cool. I would again recommend using, I wouldn't say this before actually, but I would recommend you, if you do something like this design, you would be to drill a hole through here, cock it first, drill a hole, and then take some form of key ring and the nail and attach them together so you can have a safety pin on the back. So because you really don't want to be running around and have this pop out, because that can ruin someone's day. So one other cool thing is if you want to be more realistic and just show it off to your friends, but don't actually want to shoot it at somebody, and I mean you really can't shoot it at somebody. I also have a I'm working on it right now. I was just working on it, but it's really kind of frustrating. If you take a little bit of fiberglass or plexiglass and thin, and you Dremel out a thin hole on each side of this, about 3 inches long, and that's more like 2 inches long, and you get you drill a hole through the center of the plexiglass and shape it up like a blade or so that you'd like on a knife. You can actually slide it through the groove, and then put this through and lock it in. And then you have an actual blade on this, but it's a little bit harder to cock because you have to use the back to pull it in, because you can't put your finger around the blade on the front. But this is it's a fun little afternoon build or whatever. It was made this about a week or so, and I have the stuff to make more, but I don't know how popular these would be on the internet because people. I mean, you could see the actual trend on some of the videos is like before Black Ops, which was like 2010, they'd be like getting 0 views, and after Black Ops they've got like millions and millions. So I don't know how popular that game is to you guys anymore, but if you guys are still interested or think these would be cool, I can put out a write-up. But I hope you enjoy the design. I'm going to fire it at this time near the camera. I don't want to hit my camera with this, but I'll shoot under the camera. Hopefully it doesn't knock it over. But one last shot, and thanks for watching. One more thing, I don't know if he's going to get my message, but Godslayer, I just finished up my first commission. He's got the blaster. I mailed it out this afternoon, or this morning, so it should get to be with him within a few days. And then I have a few more blasters coming to me from giveaways that I've won, so I'll do reviews on those soon. But so here's one more shot, and thanks for watching. Tacti-cool. Thanks for watching.